Hi, everybody. Thanks, Larry, for having me speak here today. I'm going to get organized just a minute. Come here. Sit. Okay. So my name is Martha Bird, and I live with, what do they call it in Hennepin County? Serious and persistent mental illness. That's the phrase that's used to describe me, and that allows us to get services in the county. And I'm also a Make It Okay ambassador, which I don't know if you've heard of that, but it's a program that started with Health Partners in Minnesota and now has gone worldwide. And it's made up of people that are willing to be open about their story and their journey with mental health in the hopes of making it okay for other people to share their story and to seek resources and stuff. So at the end, I have some things on the table up here. I'll go through that in just a minute. I am an artist, a thriving artist, and like Larry said, I just had a show in New York City. Right now I have one in Virginia, one on the Cape Cod in Massachusetts. I have one in Fergus Falls, Minnesota, and that's kind of the thing that's helped me stay engaged in life and to stay in the world. And part of the goal of me just taking these few minutes of talking to you today is to encourage you to find your thing. You know, what is it that you enjoy that keeps you hooked into this life? Because it's really important for all of us to stay here. So on this table at the end, you can come up and take a look at what I have. I was asked to bring a couple of my art pieces. Let's see, I have some postcards you're welcome to take. I think they make great bookmarks. This is my current show right now in Fergus Falls. There's postcards for that. And then there's an old one here for a previous show, another bookmark. And then I have some swag here from the Make It Okay. So there's some Post-it notes and some pens and brochure about mental health. You're welcome to take any of those. And then I also have my business cards, and on the back of each business card is a different image of my artwork. So you're welcome to take several of those that may appeal. And then I also have a sign up. Larry mentioned my newsletter. I send out a newsletter about, maybe monthly or every couple of months, just about what's going on, what exhibits I'm in, what shows. And there's also like a mental health component often for like presentations and stuff that I do. So there's a sign up there, and then the last piece that you can just take a look at is I was fortunate enough to be on a show that was on the internet, and it was an international show, and there's a catalog of my work, so you can see a bunch of my sculptural work in there. Pastor Beth and I talked about this talk today, and she asked me to read my show statement. So when you're an artist, you apply to be in different shows, or you get invited to show your work. And I was invited by the Cadets Gallery in Fergus Falls. And I wrote a show statement that kind of describes what that work is about in that show. So it turned out to be kind of a poem. So the title of the show is called In, Out, Through. Unexpected pivots, a mudslide unseen until already slipping downward, stumbling towards solid footing, fleeting contact with others, watching fire burn to ashes, tending to plants growing, using these materials to forge a path forward, connecting to the tangible, creating simply, giving up a well-worn path of seeing things as I want them to be, instead choosing to recognize what is true and real today in this moment. Losses, alternate ways, continually realigning, in, out, through. The artwork by Martha Bird, created from June 2020 to February 2023 in the backdrop of a global pandemic and worldwide social uprising movement. So all the pieces in that show are what I've created since June of 2020. And I know kind of a question that I have, and I've heard a lot of people say it, is like, what did you do during the pandemic and the social uprising? What did you do to get through? How has your life changed? And I think many, if not all of our lives have changed. And so that's the work that's in that show. I'll just highlight a couple of the things I have here. These first 3, these were a series of 10, and they were in the show in Fergus Falls, and I took 3 of them back to show you guys. I got a grant from the state, and it was to do collaborative baskets with people living with mental illness. And so there's 3 of them up here, and these were done at Vale Place, which is a drop-in center in Minneapolis. So we met for a year, and every month different people showed up, and we just wove on baskets, and people chose the colors they wanted to use. And so I had those here that you could see. And then what I'm really known for is my work with willow, and if you're interested to know more, I can tell you later. But I really love this spiral design. This is a very small one. I've also made ones that are like 7 feet wide. Starting on Earth Day, they're gonna have 5 huge of my sculptures in the sanctuary at the First Universalist Church, which is in Uptown. So this, feel free to pick it up, smell it. The willow smells so good. That's one of the things I like about it. And then being an artist, what I do is I take a certain technique, and then I just really push it and play with it. So this is an example of the same technique, but a different shape. So I just thought I would bring those today. And then I'll just close out by saying that the research shows I'm also a nurse, holistic nurse. And one of the pieces of research that I love is that 45 minutes of art making can lower your cortisol level. So cortisol is a hormone in our bodies that is a stress hormone. So the lower it is, the better. So 45 minutes of art making lowers your cortisol level. And it doesn't say it has to be good art. It doesn't say you have to enjoy it. It doesn't say it has to be in a show. It just says 45 minutes of making art lowers your cortisol. So I'm just here to encourage everybody here to maybe consider adding that to your toolbox of things that you do to keep yourself healthy, is find something to do for 45 minutes. Thank you.